A dog was thrown off a bridge, but what happened next was miraculous. The cold wind howled through the city as cars rushed across the old stone bridge. No one noticed the small, trembling dog standing at the edge, until a pair of rough hands grabbed it. A hooded man, his face hidden in the night, looked around quickly before lifting the helpless animal over the railing. Without hesitation, he let go. The tiny dog yelped as it plummeted toward the dark, rushing river below. Then, splash! The frigid water swallowed the dog, its small body vanishing beneath the surface. The man disappeared into the night, never looking back. An unlikely savior. A few yards downstream, Michael Bennett, an off-duty firefighter, was jogging along the riverbank when he heard the splash. At first, he thought it was just debris falling in the water, but then he heard it. A faint whimper. Michael's instincts kicked in. Without a second thought, he sprinted toward the river and spotted the struggling dog, barely keeping its head above the raging current. "No way," he breathed. The dog was still alive. But not for long. Michael threw off his jacket and dove in. The icy water hit him like a shockwave, but he pushed forward, powerful strokes cutting through the current. The little dog was drifting fast, its tiny paws paddling weakly. With one final reach, Michael grabbed it just as the current tried to drag it under. He kicked hard, fighting against the pull of the water, until he finally reached the shore. Coughing and shivering, he held the drenched dog close. Its body was cold, but, miraculously, it was still breathing. "You're okay, buddy," Michael whispered, wrapping his jacket around the trembling pup. "I got you." The unexpected miracle. Michael rushed the dog to the nearest vet clinic. The staff worked quickly, warming its tiny body, treating its shock, and checking for injuries. When they scanned the dog for a microchip, the vet's face went pale. "This can't be right," she murmured, checking the ID again. Michael frowned. "What is it?" The vet turned the screen toward him. "This dog was reported missing 2 years ago." Michael's jaw dropped. According to the records, the dog, named Charlie, belonged to a young girl named Lily. She had been devastated when he vanished, and after months of searching, the family had given up hope. Michael's heart pounded. "Are they still looking for him?" The vet smiled. "They never stopped." The reunion no one expected. The next morning, Michael stood outside a suburban home, the little dog wagging excitedly in his arms. The door burst open, and a young girl, no older than 10, gasped. "Charlie?" The dog's ears perked up. Then, without warning, it leaped from Michael's arms and ran straight to her. Lily dropped to her knees as Charlie jumped into her embrace, licking her face with pure joy. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she hugged him tightly. "I thought you were gone forever." Lily's parents, overwhelmed with emotion, turned to Michael. "How did you find him?" Michael hesitated, glancing at Charlie, now happily curled in Lily's arms. He could have told them the whole truth, that someone had cruelly thrown Charlie from a bridge, leaving him for dead. That it was a miracle he had survived. But as he watched Lily's joyful reunion, he decided that none of that mattered anymore. "He found his way home," Michael said simply, smiling down at the little dog who had beaten the odds. And somehow, against all logic, against all the cruelty the world had shown him, Charlie had survived.